we're now going to use the raindrop. I keep calling it a teardrop, but it's not, it's a raindrop. We're going to use the raindrop, and you get all of the nested dies in here. So I'm just using, it's the 6th one in, I think it is, and I'm just going to cut this into my cardstock. Now, this is going to be a stencil, but I want to get it in the right place before I cut it so that it's going to make it easier for me to match up. So pop this through my die cutting machine. So I've cut 2 pieces of card to exactly the same size. One's going to be my topper and one's going to be my stencil. So I've got some cardstock here. This is my cardstock, and I've also got some black and some orange and my card base. And this is a really fun way to do this. Now, in the bundle, you got the raindrop, you got the crescent moon, and you also got the castle. So what I'm doing now would work with all 3 of those shapes. You just swap out the shape that you want. So let me peel off this. We don't want that on here. So just think, we could do this would look amazing with the castle. You could stencil this through in black and then cut out lots of shapes in white. So this now is going to be a stencil on my topper. So I need to just spray a little bit of adhesive. Let's see if I can, this is just Cadence stencil glue. Just give that a minute, there we go. Close room, perhaps I shouldn't have sprayed that in here, but never mind. Right, spray that on there. And then we can put it on here. Now, the reason I've cut these the same size is so that I can match this up and I know it's in the right place. So then all I need to do is I'm going to get some ink. And I've got some yellow. I've got a couple of different yellows. I've got my rare earth yellow. That's quite a nice strong yellow. So there, I'll put that there. Then I've got some orange. Pop that on here. Oh, that's nice and strong, isn't it? And then I've got my red. Now, it's up to you how you do blending. You can do it with your little daubers, or you can do it with a nice blending brush. So I'm going to do it with a blending brush, and I'm going to start down at the fat end of my raindrop, and I'm going to pick up some of my yellow ink. Pick it up just like that, and then I'm going to blend it over here. And then just pick that up and just keep blending. Now I'm going to go higher with the yellow than I need, because this is my lightest colour. So just pop this on here. The more you blend it into the blending brush, the better it'll be. So I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to pick up my next one, and I'm going to pick up some of the orange. Just blend that into the blending brush, and then I'm going to come in onto here. And we're just going to grade this up just on here. So then we can just come through here, just go down onto the yellow, just blend that in, work that through. And then I'm going to use the same one, and I'm going to pick up some of the red, and I'm just going to come up to the top with the red. There we go. And then blend it down over the orange. All the way down. Then I'm going to come in with a bit of orange again. Come in, come down over that yellow, even up over the red. Can you see how the colours just merge one into the other? Let's go in with the yellow. Over them all. Gives a bit of warmth to them. There we go. I think that looks good. Have I got a wet wipe? I don't think I have. Let me grab before we take this off, because I don't want to get ink everywhere. Let's get rid of that. All the way out there. There we go. Get rid of that. Now, once we do this, so watch this. So this now, because we've done it with the stencil, how about that? That is the perfect background. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So what you can then do, stamp a sentiment on there. I also like to go in with my glossy accents, and I just like to open them up again because they always clog up between uses. There we go. Go in with my glossy accent and put a couple of like just little raindrops all over randomly. Isn't that a perfect background? Now I'm going to show you one that I've done where the glossy accents are dry, and I've also put my sentiment on. Put your sentiment on so it crosses over. A couple of little liquid pearls in the corner. Now you'll see why we've gone with that background. So let's put this all together, and then we can start adding our shadows, shadow figures. So this will work really well. So a little bit of wet glue on the black. Now one top tip I would say is whatever black you are going to cut your shadow shapes out of, use the same card to cut your matte and layer, because there are different shades of black. Black does come in shades. So if you use a different cardstock to do your matte and layer as you do to do your shadows, it will actually really clash and be quite visible. So then I'm going to come in with my orange. I could have done yellow or I could have done red. Any of those would have worked. And then I've got my topper. And again, I'm just keeping it all nice and flat. You don't need to do any extra dimension. Remember, this could be any of those shapes. So you could, like I say, you could come in with the castle or the crescent moon. And then I've just got a nice selection of elements. So I've got the tree from the Enchanted Forest, and we can pop that on just there, just hugging round that teardrop. And then I've got a couple of my gnomes. What also look nice is I've got the smallest of the castles, so we could put that in the background. We could then put the gnomes. Maybe you want to come in with some of the smaller gnomes, and we could put that there. And then I've got a lovely little rabbit, and I've even got a little squirrel coming in there. Now, also looks nice. Maybe you want to put a little bit less on. Oh, I like it like that without the castle. I'm going to glue it down like that because that works for me. So we can pop a little bit on here. So just some different ways. So you saw we did the 3-dimensional one with the box frame, and then you can also, like I say, use these as stencils should you wish. We're going to hug there, weren't we? So there's loads of different ways. I mean, I'm sure you're going to come up with some lovely different ways. And like I say, you can do these for home decor. We could drop shadow these if you wanted to, but for this, the shadow is all in the background. And then we can put our other little gnome on. These gnomes were so popular. I think everybody loved these. Gnomes are so popular at the moment. Let's put that one on there. Then we've got the rabbit. Put him on. Let's get him into the raindrop. And finally, the little, I think it's a squirrel, but he's just coming across there. Let's just put a little bit of glue under here so it catches. There you go. Oops, don't want to catch, does it? How about that? Really simple, but that really shows those shadow figures off to their best. Absolutely beautiful.